All right, here we go. Intermittent fasting. I talked about it briefly. I basically just said that I was doing it on one of the Bridging the Gap episodes about when I was basically showing what I eat for my first meal. So I can talk. So yeah, intermittent fasting, why I decided to do it. Basically, there's just a lot of talk about it, helping with inflammation levels, helping with hormone levels, helping with longevity, basically just living longer, tons of benefits, right? Anti-aging, lots of things, you know, it's basically just a big buzzword right now, intermittent fasting. I decided, like I do with everything, is give it a shot and see if I like it, if I feel benefits from it. If I do, great, I'll stick with it. If I don't, oh well, nothing really lost, and I'll go back to what I normally had been doing. So, intermittent fasting, what it is, basically it is all it is really is it's not a diet. It is just an eating schedule. It's not very hard. You don't have to do it every single day. You can do it 1 day a week. You can do it 4 days a week. You can do it every single day though. What I decided to do was go ahead and do it every single day. See if that get some blood work done prior and post, or after a certain amount of time of doing it, and see what the results said. Basically, I heard from a good buddy, you might have heard of him, who was also doing it, and he, was like, he stuck with it for 2 months. I tried it for like a week at a time, the first week, and I was like, I hate this. I'm not doing this. Mainly going back to the reason why I was like, I don't like not eating whenever I want to eat, because I wrestled in high school and college, and I hated not being able to eat whenever I wanted to. So I tried it for a week and I was like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm good. Got a phone call. He's like, oh man, my buddy, dude, my testosterone levels skyrocketed. This is the only thing I changed. Boom. I feel great. I'm, feeling my best. He's like, you just have to get past the first 2 weeks. So, all right, that's what I did. All right, I'm gonna give it a real shot this time and actually stick it with it for at least 30 days before I say determine if I like it or not. So that's what I did. My schedule that I do for the intermittent fasting is the 16 hours fasted, 8 hours of eating. You can do that whatever time frame you want, whatever works best for your schedule. I decided to go with 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. is when I eat, and all the other time of the day I don't eat. So really all you're really doing is not eating breakfast, if you think about it, right? Because when you're sleeping from 9 p.m. or 10, 11, whenever you go to bed, till you wake up, you don't eat anyways. So that's a lot of the time. And then you basically have to skip breakfast. I drink coffee on my fast. Black coffee, no creamer, no sugar, no nothing else. I only drink black coffee anyways. Oh, well, look, Good Dude's Coffee. Who would have thought? It's right here. But that's the coffee I drink, and a lot of people say that that's not technically breaking a fast because there is no calories in coffee. So I wouldn't probably chug 10 glasses or 10 cups of coffee, but I do my 1. And then the rest of the time it's basically just water. So that's what I do. I did it basically started around December, I want to say, and I got some blood work done. I also went through a surgery during that period, and then I continued to do the fasting, and then now I got blood work using InsideTracker.com. They're a phenomenal tool that they basically set you up with getting your blood work done and telling you specific test that you want and see where they can help you with your health, basically your blood work. So InsideTracker.com, giving them a huge shout out because they helped me out and got my blood test done for me. So that was really cool of them. Anyways, getting back to the test, some of the stuff that I saw was my testosterone levels had come up pretty drastic. I typically have always had low testosterone, and for me, low, I guess, would say I'm typically in the 400 range. I don't know what the units are. I'm not that smart. My brain is a lot smaller than other people's, so I don't know what the units are. Testosterone levels are from like 0 to 1500, right? And so anything over 1,000 is probably you're using something that's maybe synthetic. The average is like 300 to 800, something like that. I was always typically on the lower end, more like a 400, high 3s, low 4 range for my testosterone levels. When I got it back, the only thing that I have really changed in especially my diet and what I've done over the past few years was the intermittent fasting, and my levels came back at over 700. I want to say I was at like 770 or something like that. So I saw a pretty big drastic increase from the fasting, which is actually something that they say, is a benefit of the intermittent fasting. HGH levels typically go up as well. I didn't have that tested, so I don't really know. My body doesn't feel as swollen. I definitely feel like I have less inflammation in my body, which the more chronic inflammation that you have in the body, the worse typically things are. So yeah, with the fasting, I've seen a huge benefit in not having so much inflammation in my body. My joints just don't feel as swollen. I'm not as achy. I'm sleeping really well, which is great. Like I said, intermittent fasting isn't something that is for everyone. It is something if you'd like to give it a shot. There's a ton of great research out there, anti-aging, longevity, cellular repair due to the fasting, and go out there and do your own research. My brain is not big enough to tell you all the benefits and actually all the reasoning behind why it's such a good thing to do. And there are great resources, like I'll give you a couple of the people that I like to listen to talk about it, which is Peter Attia. He has a podcast called The Drive. I'm not affiliated with any of these people. These are just things that I like to listen to, and they have great knowledge on the subject. Peter Attia is great. The Drive is his podcast. You have Dr. Rhonda Patrick. You can just YouTube her. She's been on Joe Rogan's podcast, and she has also some other cool stuff, not on just the intermittent fasting, but on like sauna use and cold tub use and the effects of that as well. So she's really great. But then there's just tons out there. Those are two of my favorite go-tos to listen to hear about the benefits and the reason why it can be good for some people. Yeah, go on there, check that out. Check them out. There's a lot of different ways to do the intermittent fasting. You don't have to do the 16-8 like I do. There's other ways to do it. So if you want to, give it a shot. That's kind of what I've seen over the past 8 months of doing it. I really think that it's helped me feel better and not have as much inflammation. My hormone levels have come up, which are always good for men. If you want to give it a shot, that's kind of my findings on it. I actually train in the morning fasted. I get most of my training in actually fasted, so it took me a little bit to get used to, but I really enjoy it. The one thing that I don't like to do fasted is just pure strength movements. I do like to have a little bit of food in my stomach when I'm doing that, so something to keep in mind. Yeah, intermittent fasting, there it is, my little spiel. If you like it, you like it. If you don't even want to give it a shot, don't give it a shot. It's up to you. I think it's had some benefits for sure. Oh man, look at this, Good Dudes Coffee, gooddudescoffee.com, check them out. Another shout out to Inside Tracker for blood work. If that's something that you guys are interested in doing, check them out, insidetracker.com. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you want to see more, hear more about it. I don't know how much more I could really talk about, to be honest, but yeah, that's my thing. If you like it, subscribe to the thing, notifications, and as always, don't forget to pay the man.